In this video, I'm going to show you how to make delicious butternut and sage soup and also some focaccia bread. So the first thing you need to do for the focaccia bread is that you put 30 grams of yeast into 175 milliliters of lukewarm water. Then you put 500 grams of flour into a bowl. Add 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 1 pinch of salt. Then add the yeast as well. Then you mix it so it's like a dough. Knead it for about 10 minutes.
So now I'm cutting the onion. I'm going to cut onion for the soup, and I'm also going to cut onion at the same time for the focaccia. I'm going to put a little bit of onion and olives inside the focaccia dough. So for the soup, we're going to use 2 onions, and we're going to cut them roughly like this.
So you need to cut 1 onion for the focaccia bread and cut it into small pieces. Then you get a handful of sage that we picked from our local area and you cut it into pieces. Then you put a splash of oil into a pan. Then you put the onions that you sliced big for the soup inside the pan with the oil inside. Then you put 1 spoon of garlic into the pan, and you also put your sage inside. Then you have to peel the squash. Then you cut the butternut squash. You need to take the seeds out of it before you cut it. Then you add the butternut squash in with the onions, the garlic and the sage. Give it a good mix. Put the lid on. Then you need to cut the olives.
Yeah?
Yeah. Then you put some olive oil in a pan. Then you add the onions, the garlic, the olives and the rosemary into the pan when the oil becomes hot.
Yeah.
So then you add the things in your pan into the dough. Then when you put it inside, you wait for it to cool a little and then you mix it with your hands. You need to knead it for 10 minutes. After you knead the dough, you cover the top of the bowl with cling film. Keep the dough in a warm place, so we are putting it on top of the pan so it can become hotter. Don't leave the dough on the pan for too long or your bowl is going to burn and melt. Put some cold water into the pan, nearly full, just a few centimeters from the top, about this full.
Then we turn it up high to bring it to the boil. Leave it back on. But first, we'll black pepper.
Leave the dough for an hour in a place that's kind of warm. Brush oil on a tray. Then you flatten out the dough on the tray so it's flat. Then you spread some olive oil on top of the dough. Add a sprinkle of rock salt onto the dough. Also add some rosemary on top of the bread. Add some pepper onto it as well. Put it in the oven at 200 degrees Celsius for about 25 to 30 minutes. Put the soup into the blender. Put a mixture of chunky stuff and liquid, and then you can blend it. If you think that your soup needs a little bit more salt or something, you need to taste it, and if you think it needs some more, you can boil it again and add your salt to make it taste more like how you want it to taste. Take it out of the oven.
It should have a hollow feel to it when it's finished.
I don't know how to cut it. Actually,
Se fosse paus, Thomas.
Yeah.
here's someone that's better than cutting at me, and he's cutting it good. This is your dream dinner, and this is how it should look when it's completed. You got some bread, and you also got some soup, and it is delicious. You should really make this at home. So have a nice day. Thanks for watching, and bye.